Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Bitcoin is finally breaking out to the upside from this bullish pattern, which sets up a bullish price target. But this is just the beginning, because if we're zooming out to larger time frames, Bitcoin is repeating history, so we need to pay attention to this, which I'll talk about in just a moment, while Ethereum is also breaking out from a bullish pattern alongside Solana also breaking out to the upside. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in this video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just taking a quick look at the weekly Bitcoin chart, and once again, as I've been saying over and over again here on the channel, the price of Bitcoin is repeating history. And now, obviously, these are not 100% perfect copies of each other, but if we're simply looking at the last bull cycle, the last bull market back in 2020 going into 2021, we can see a lot of similarities between the last bull market and this bull market that we're in right now, especially if we're looking at that all-time high breakout level. First of all, on the left-hand side of the screen, that horizontal line right there is the 20k level, which was the previous bull market top back in the 2017 cycle. So right here at the end of 2020, this was the all-time high breakout, setting a new all-time high for the last bull market. But we can see for a few weeks here, we actually struggled in the price of Bitcoin before we eventually saw a breakout to the upside. And we're seeing basically the exact same thing happen right now. Once again, we saw a few weeks here, around 2 to 3 weeks worth of struggle around that all-time high with a short-term pullback. But right now, we are potentially beginning that next breakout to the upside in this bull market above that all-time high level. And if we're looking at what happened last time in the last bull cycle, once we confirmed a breakout with a weekly candle close above that old all-time high level, we can clearly see a lot more bullish price action followed. In fact, over the next 1 month or so, the price of Bitcoin basically doubled. And so if history were to repeat, if we actually see a confirmed breakout here, a strong green weekly candle close above that 70k level, then honestly, based on history, within a matter of months or even weeks from now, we could be trading at 100k per Bitcoin. That's actually not far off. And once again, we should not be underestimating Bitcoin during a bull market, especially based on what we've seen so far. And so once again, as I've been saying time and time again here on the channel, do not be fooled by short-term bearish price action, because obviously we can see short-term pullbacks here and there. That's perfectly normal to see even during a bull market, but ultimately on the larger time frames, when you zoom out, we're still clearly within a larger bullish trend, also known as a bull market. And if we're taking a look at this bull market so far, from basically where it started at the beginning of 2023 to where we are right now, so far we've seen multiple pullbacks along the way, and each of these pullbacks have been roughly around a 20% pullback, give or take. And so what this actually tells us is if we see a pullback in the price of Bitcoin from high to low of roughly around 20% or even 15%, basically when we're getting closer towards a 20% pullback from high to low, that is telling us that that is the area of maximum opportunity when we're talking about accumulating more Bitcoin or potentially accumulating long positions, getting ready for the continuation of the bull market. And once again, this is something that I've been talking about time and time again, and so far we've been seeing it playing out exactly as expected. Basically, these short-term pullbacks along the way, but we're still within a larger bullish trend. And if we're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, looking at the DXY, also known as the US dollar index, and in case you're new to this channel, all you really need to know is that usually when the DXY is bearish, that is bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, and usually when the DXY is bullish, that's often bearish for Bitcoin and crypto. And basically, over the last couple of weeks, we actually saw a spike back to the upside in the DXY at the exact same time as we were seeing a pullback across the crypto market. But right now, what we are seeing as of recording this video in the DXY is actually a short-term pullback. Once again, we're starting to see the DXY actually turn back to the downside after spiking to the upside over the last couple of weeks. And so once again, when the DXY is going to the downside, that's considered a bullish signal for Bitcoin and crypto. And so right now, with the DXY starting to potentially turn back to the downside, at least in the short term, this is indeed a bullish signal, and especially as the price of Bitcoin is currently spiking to the upside. And if we're taking a look at the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, we can see that over the last few weeks, this bearish divergence on the 8-hour time frame played out very well, but it's pretty much safe to say at this stage in the market that this bearish divergence is no longer playing out. It's no longer valid because we're actually seeing more of a reversal here in the RSI with higher lows and higher highs. And once again, as I've said recently on the channel, if we start to see higher lows and higher highs again in the RSI and especially in the price action, then those are reversal signals in the RSI and the price, which are invalidation signals for the bearish divergence, telling us that the bearish divergence has already played its part and is basically over now. And if we're zooming further into the short term, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and right now, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is obviously breaking out to the upside and has already confirmed this breakout, as I actually shared over on my Twitter in real time. And so if you want extra real-time updates throughout the day on top of these daily update videos, then make sure to follow me over on my Twitter, link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But anyway, as I explained in more detail in my last video here on the channel, my exact trading strategy when it comes to this breakout right here was essentially once we confirm a breakout above this descending line of resistance, which was sitting at around 66.4k give or take, I said the moment we see a confirmed breakout above that line, that is a signal telling us to enter a long position, because once we confirm a breakout above this descending line of resistance, that technically sets up a bullish price target, which is sitting at around 73,500, basically the all-time high level. And so once again, as I explained in my last video, before we even saw this move, that's exactly what I did. I did end up opening that trade. I entered a long position right around here. And right now, I'm just trading this move to the upside towards this price target. And as of recording this video, my stop loss is already sitting in profits, which means right now, this is already a profitable trade that I cannot lose. And so if you took this trade alongside myself from the point of the breakout to where we are as of recording this video, we're up roughly 7%, which means, let's just say for a 10x leverage long position, that's a 70% profit. But from the breakout to the price target, that's a total of around a 10% move, which is potentially a 100% profit with a 10x leverage trade, essentially doubling your money. And in case you're wondering, from the current price, at least as of recording this video, to that price target, that's still around a 3 to 4% move to the upside until we hit the price target and fully complete this pattern. And if you're new to this channel and you did not watch my last video, so if you missed this trade right here, which I shared in my last video, then do not worry. There's always more trading opportunities, which I share almost every day here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on and click all for notifications so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos where I actually share these trading opportunities where you could potentially make a lot of easy money. And when it comes to taking trades just like this in the price of any crypto, personally, I take trades just like that over on Bybit, and that's exactly where I took this long position. And so I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And also, if you use that link to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check that out using that link to claim that extra bonus. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where you can enter an exclusive Apple Watch Series 9 giveaway just by trading crypto. And so once again, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check out those links down below this video if you want to claim those extra bonuses or enter that giveaway. And if we're taking a look at this 4-hour Bitcoin chart right here, obviously right now alongside the symmetrical triangle pattern breakout, we're also breaking out from this bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've been talking about over and over again over the last few days. And so once again, as I've been saying here on the channel, once we confirm a breakout above around 66,500 give or take, then expect this price target sitting at around 73,500 give or take. And obviously, as of right now, the price of Bitcoin is already halfway between the breakout and the price target. So obviously, if you took this trading opportunity, basically if you entered a long position or simply just bought Bitcoin anywhere around this breakout, obviously, at least at the time of recording this video, you're doing very well so far. And as for other support and resistance areas, as of right now, we're actually breaking out above some important resistance, which was sitting in between around 68,500 to 70,000. So especially if we can see some candle closes or even retests of 70k, that would be extra bullish once we confirm the breakout with candle closes above 70k. But either way, the next resistance is this all-time high resistance sitting in between 73 to 74,000, right around this price target. And so just keep that in mind, Bitcoin could still struggle around that price range right there once we actually get there. But of course, if we're actually seeing significant net inflows once again coming into the Bitcoin ETFs, then of course that could push the price of Bitcoin a lot higher. And something is telling me that today we've potentially seen a lot of new inflows. But just keep in mind, we don't find out Monday's numbers until Tuesday. So as of recording this video, we do not yet have the ETF numbers for Monday. But as always, I'll keep you up to date as soon as they come out over on my Twitter. Once again, for those real-time updates, check out that link down below this video over to my Twitter. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, obviously over the last one day, we've finally taken out that massive area of liquidity that I've also been talking about for a long time now on the channel. Over the last 1 week or so, I've been saying we have a lot of liquidity at around 68,500 to 69,000. And so I was saying all the way back down here that it's extremely likely that sometime soon, the price of Bitcoin will go towards 69,000 or beyond. And now that we've taken out that liquidity as expected, if we're zooming out on a larger time frame, we actually have another massive level of liquidity to the upside, which is sitting right around the all-time high, just underneath $74,000. And we're talking about billions of dollars of short positions that will get liquidated once we see a break above 74,000. So just keep that in mind. That's the next major price target, once again around 73 to 74,000. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame over the last 1 day, we saw that weekly candle close and it successfully closed above 3.4k, which was very good news for Ethereum. Because if you've been following this channel, you would know that this area on the chart in between 3.4k to 3.5k is a critical area on the chart. So if we saw a confirmed break below 3.4k with a weekly candle close below that level, then that would be a bearish signal on the weekly time frame. But once again, over the last 1 day, Ethereum defended that level with a weekly candle close above 3.4k. And in fact, right now we're actually bouncing from that area, which is good news because that potentially means this is just a retest, further confirming the breakout to the upside. And so once again, as I've been saying for a long time now on the channel, the larger trend of play is still clearly bullish despite these short-term pullbacks. And the next significant resistance for Ethereum is sitting at around 4.1k. And above that, the next resistance is the old all-time high at around 4.8 to 4.9k. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 4-hour time frame right now as of recording this video, we're seeing a breakout above this area of resistance, which was previous support, and this is sitting in between around 3470 to around 3540 approximately. And so this once again should now act as new support. And as for further support to the downside, in case we actually saw a break back below 3470, then in that case, we do have some support at around 3.3k and more support at around 3250. And as for the next resistance, as I've mentioned recently on the channel, we should find some short-term resistance right around here at around 3650, but above that we have more significant resistance in between around 3750 to 3.8k. And once we see a confirmed breakout above 3.8k with candle closes above that level, it becomes extremely likely that the price will recover up towards this high, which is sitting at roughly around 4.1k. And if we're taking a look at this 4-hour time frame, just like Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, the price of ETH has also confirmed a bullish breakout from this bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've also been talking about here on the channel before the breakout. And so once again, as I mentioned in recent videos here on the channel, once we see that confirmed breakout above this resistance, which was sitting at around 3450, once we saw that confirmed breakout, that sets up this bullish price target, which is sitting at around 3950. And so right now, that is currently active on the chart. That is the next short-term price target for the price of ETH, which if you took this trade from the breakout to that price target, that was around a 14 to 15% move to the upside as a potential breakout opportunity. But even from where we are right now, as of recording this video, to that price target, that's still around an 8 to 9% move to the upside. And now keep in mind, opening a trade later than the breakout point, opening a trade after we've already seen a bit of a move to the upside, obviously comes with more risk. So just keep that in mind. If you're late to this trade, it does come with a little bit more risk right now that we've already moved to the upside. But anyway, taking a look at Solana on the 4-hour time frame, this is Solana versus the US dollar, not versus Bitcoin. And right now, Solana is also breaking out to the upside following Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we actually have a symmetrical triangle pattern breakout here. And so if we're measuring out the price target based on this triangle pattern, that sets up a bullish price target, which is sitting at approximately $220. And so from the point of the breakout to that price target, that was a potential 25% move, or from where we are right now, at least as of recording this video, to that price target, that's still around a 16% move to the upside. But keep in mind, between where we are right now and that price target, there's other levels of resistance to pay attention to. First of all, right now we're actually running into a bit of short-term resistance based on this previous high, which is sitting at around $193 to $194 approximately. And above that, I would also expect resistance around this previous high, which is sitting at around $208 to $209 approximately. And also, in order to invalidate these bullish price targets for all of these patterns, we need to see a confirmed break back below the point of the breakout. So basically, if the price actually dumps back to the downside and breaks back below where we broke out, then that would invalidate the bullish price target for all of these patterns right here and invalidate the pattern itself if we see a break back to the downside below the breakout point. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video for those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can make money from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or shorts positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.